Hey everybody. So I'm going to share, let me get this out of the way real quick. Share a reading I did for me and my twin. I think it might help a lot of people, but this fell out of a random stack of cards that I've had for who knows how long. Out of different stacks. Like I must have hid this somewhere a long time ago. And it's definitely twin related because that's mostly pretty much all I do card wise. So this fell out and I'll get to it later. I'll put it here for now, but it says rehab. We'll talk about this though. Divine masculine. Alright, so this is both our outcomes, our promised outcomes from spirit, and the nature of what's going on. These just flipped out before I could ask a question while I was shuffling or even think of a question. Okay, so this one is what's going on, what's happening with divine masculine, and what's going on behind the scenes. So we got 3. I'll read the meanings from the books, and then I'll read, first I'll read my take on them, and then we'll double check on all of this. So we have promised outcome. It was also this card, harmony. So it's already a positive read. This is really accurate for my situation, and if it is for yours, well, scared me. Cat ran by. Let me know. And we also have a huge amount of clarifiers that have been staying on this section for me, and Spirit just let me know you guys need to see those. I've seen them. They've been piling. It's probably for a purpose. You guys need to do that. Also, I've been held back from videos. I was started, and then I got a huge I was paused basically. So I apologize back, and I hope it stays that way. I'm pretty sure everyone, all the twins, all light workers are getting now that we have to really be in our power, our spirit, our higher selves, be one with that higher connect, an even flow of that. So basically becoming that in this realm, in reality. Okay. I know I say okay a lot. I think I'm just trying to give myself enough time to get Spirit to give me another direction. Okay, so first we have, it's a coffin. This, I know a lot of you have experienced an ending, and this ending is because of spiritual growth. There's 8 here, and then there's a 9 also, 9 of diamonds. So under this we have the star card, and in the book it means a positive outcome. So if you look at the card, my take is that you have to reach a certain point in spirituality. Even if you're awakened to the twin flame journey and you really are understanding of karma and all these other things, you have to understand your shadow aspects. So when you think, you know how some people think, I'm not a bad crier. No, I'm not a bad crier. But yeah, you have to admit in somewhere in there that you are, especially if you are. So it only helps. Oh, hold on. I have a fortune cookie nearby that it's like a mysterious fortune cookie because I found it in a sweatshirt. And it was pristine. That sweatshirt has been washed and worn a lot, and I never remember getting this cookie and opening it. And I remember, everyone remembers every cookie. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Perfect music. I decided to play Beethoven Piano Concerto number 5 because I might be wrong on this one. I'll double check later in the messenger messages, but my twin sent me something like that. So, alright, here it is, an ode to him and to all divine masculines that we're listening. Alright, so the fortune cookie says, discontent is the first step in the progress of a man or a nation. So maybe you can see that. Possibly not, but discontent is the first step in the progress of a man or a nation. Lucky numbers 18, 46, 55, 17, 19, and 20. So today's 19, and I learned a lot on the 17th as well. Learn Chinese. Swin Yu Young. Swin? What does swin mean? Maybe they meant swim. Alright, so you can't go to the mall with these things. But basically, through this rebirth, like maybe there's a purpose that if he's the one that ended it, broke contact, if you're at that situation, or even further where he came back and then disappeared again, this is because they're trying to make themselves better for you, and Spirit is giving guidance to do so in time allotted for you, also divine feminine, to make yourself better, or your highest connection of self with your higher self, for each other, for your twin. He's doing the same thing. And through discontentment, maybe you guys were just hanging on for the sake of being not apart, but I'm getting that it was just like the fortune cookie said. Through that discontentment, you can now progress into bettering yourselves, and the outcome is going to be positive. All right. So we also have harmony, and that's how it'll work. The harmony, it's a compatible relationship. Let the man go through and sort his head with what he needs to go through. And over here, before I forget, perfect timing, we have our King of Wands, and he is if you look closely, he's relaxed, like a grandpa almost, maybe an old soul, but literally relaxed by the fire. That's how they're starting to feel. Perfect music. I hope you guys heard that. Let me play it a little louder. So yeah, this man is really like starting to trust in his ability. It looked on his face, starting to like himself, starting to like his silly side and appreciate that warmth, fire, playful critter. We also have the playful card, so we need to make sure that while he's in the field of dreams with the third energy, and the third energy with all this third party, it could be, it's spirit. Spirit is the third party occupying his mind, his realm, his thoughts, transforming through discontentment, progress of a man or a nation. That's how it starts. So, we're not happy. The divine masculine, they're growing. So let's move it on. Move it along. I think I should pull one more. This may end up turning into a longer reading. Let's see. Well, I trust in that, so I don't even think we need to pull one, because I totally trust that that's what's going on. Alright, so the next one was what's going on physically with him, what's happening. That's what I asked. We have a 5. Immediately I get conflict, inner conflict, external conflict, learning, transmuting, transforming. We also have the storks, which is all about also, so this is a family card. This is in the book. It says something that'll stay. So they're thinking of, and my twin currently is at home. He doesn't live home, but he's visiting right now. So he may be having just a conversation. A lot of twins may be having conversations about where they want to go next in life. They may be at a young stage where they can go back to their parents, and their parents will relay that they probably just wish that they have what they had there as in parents. So let me read what the storks meant also. Okay, stork. With movements, upgrades, and improvements. Oh, wow. That's what's happening then. Okay, guys. I bring spring and change of seasons. Sometimes my symbol stands for a new family addition, or simply a new state of evolution. I can bring your move or your next promotion. So that's what's happening. That you may be away, they may be traveling, they also may be, like I said, going home and talking about this next step, this new addition to a family. Maybe they are, you don't know how things can change at a drop of a dime. They can be telling you one thing, telling you the meanest thing on the planet that may not be even true, just so you can leave them alone enough, because they need that space. It depends on each divine masculine, and mine's an alpha, and definitely has no problem with something like that, and not that that is necessarily a bad thing. Whatever way they need to do it, is they're led by spirit. Okay, harmony is basically what was needed more, probably internally. I think a lot of twins and external are totally in harmony, but internally, that's where it's at. Basically, all the fears, all the shadows. It's shadow work time. It's like homeschooled homework time. I'll see you again next summer when we're off. You know what I mean? And maybe next summer, that was maybe spirit letting you know. Harmony. That's where you want to reach towards. Use this December to make January where you're able to create a new perspective, even in the least, if not life changes, so that you can have this harmony by next summer. Work towards things. Do it now, so that by the time you want to make it your New Year's resolution, it's already off the ground. All right, so let's just double check this 5, what that meant. So this is there's more to this. The stork is a predictable creature, even though it is fabled to bring change. For example, with the delivery of a child. In reality, it returns home like clockwork. Oh wow, okay, so this is divine masculine at home also. Sync right there. The stork is a very favored creature and is looked upon with affection. Its return to the nest at springtime is the reason for the association with birth and delivery, which is very much its meaning in the Lenormand system. The stork and the rider will bring news for future, particularly combined with the letter. And we got the letter right under it. Wow. Bring news for sure, particularly combined with the letter. News for sure. So he's home bringing news. Well, like I thought, you guys, they're home. If your divine masculine is home, if not, they're talking to home, or this is happening along the board. It's not just me. That's why I'm sharing. There's also the queen. Let's look for more clues. There's a lot of my twins' initials coming up everywhere. Alright, so that's so interesting. Let's read number 5, what this tree means. Tree, I am here to stay and grow. I am the health of your body, mind, and soul. Look for the cards next to me and to find more about me. When negative cards are close, pack some tissues for your nose. Okay, so yeah, we have the death card. However, this is promised with a good outcome. Love number 6 with the heart and harmony. Spirit guided, although there is going to be pain. tears. We're divine feminine. A lot of you are hurt right now, I know. But the difference is that this is the last 10% and you can feel it. And that's the most important to continue to, head on. Gung-ho about. This is the part. And by gung-ho, we've been through different stages and now we're actually, our gung-ho looks different. It's relaxed. And this is perfect, okay? Because they're manifesting this now. Okay? You just gotta sit pretty. But also hold space, pray, do your job, don't just wait. And do not cry anymore. If you do, validate your emotions and go through it. But trust in the process already. You have to agree with Spirit, with who it is by now. You've already met him. And that regardless of how it looks, everything had to happen for a reason, is the way it needs to be perfectly, and will be helped. Okay? Alright. So let me finish reading this. A sanctuary, no, wait, here we go. A sign of health and longevity, and the imperative to put down one's roots to ensure a secure future. See, this is divine masculine, also what I thought. Like, this is a time in his life where they are going to be asking their parents, especially if they come from a solid household. Not a modern family, but one with both parents still together. That's also a thing that you may be different in. But he needs this time, especially if he's a serious man, and they are, and if they're your twin, they are, to, clear that path. They're serious. 1717. So just as serious as you. So they may be retreating because they're so serious and they're trying to get this harmony. Okay, so they're back home. Messages will come, I get from that. Okay, the presence of this card can indicate a health condition that is inherited. Combine this card with a previous card of the house. Number 4. Did we get that? Yeah, we do. And we have a tree house that speaks of security, but of great family responsibility and possible ill health through stress. Okay, remember how I said they may be drinking a lot? Okay, they may be going home and still drinking a lot. But treehouse. They're going where it's safe, what they know, and I think that's where they're going to share themselves to their family and get an opinion and maybe about a new edition and bring you back the news. Okay, whatever way that is, you have to stay playful and trust divine feminine. Okay, so we have also, let's look at the letter under. Well, it actually goes this way and then this way, so let's go that way. 3. This, to me, this means your ships are coming in. They're deciding, they're listening to Spirit. This is distracting. I need to turn this off. They're actually listening to Spirit and deciding where the sails are guided by Spirit. Okay, it's subtle. And they need it quiet. You need to be out of the picture right now, out of the thoughts. So don't send them text messages or that I would say at all right now. The second, like today, especially. But just here, this is easy. Ask yourself where the intention, the underlying feeling, motive, or feeling that it is stemming from this text or reach out for him. Is it from anywhere, fear, or trying to get him to be convinced one way or another about something? Alright, guys, just remember that and let him have the time to be able to see into his soul. Alright, so this ship means I take you on a vacation or a business trip. You will need a suitcase for where you are going. Distance is what I'm looking for. Distance is what I am known for. I am constantly in motion. Look at the cards next to me for clues and cues to the changes I bring in your life's journey. We have an anchor next to him and home. stability much. Like they're literally thinking of the future, where they want the next 10 years, what 20 years I think even I'm getting. Their life. They want what they want. Their love. They want true love. And it's kind of like once you met you, Divine Feminine, it's like that um Samson and Delilah thing that's going around with like really great readers on YouTube. It's true. You basically cut off the man's hair and now he's lost, but in the metaphorical sense. But this had to happen. This is the design so that, let me hold that diamond. So that it's a Herkimer diamond, look. Cute, huh? So that they can go through that door in their soul and look at that and give themselves what they want. They have to feel worthy of it. Deep down they know, and they know that they deserve love. But, and I know when I stumble up on my words, that is such a like huge press on for spirit. So, in agreement, I stumble on the words because it's so great and so true. They need, as even if you have a twin that looks pretty like cocky in the sense, they still feel their inner child wanting them to come back and go through the door to their soul and, make it harmonic and not hostile. They may have been used to being hostile and even towards themselves, like admitting they have no feelings or things like that. Nature, really healing all that. Okay, so the ship also means a journey is to be embarked upon. See, it's like a catalyst thing. When they meet you, it happens. They're, into the spirit realm now. It's kind of like now Divine Feminine is in the rabbit hole, but you're like the Cheshire Cat yourself now. You are smiling and in and out, It's your realm. You become it. You become love. Love is many shapes and sights to it, as in Wonderland. But to them, they're still walking into it. It's new to them. Think of also this if you're a 90s baby. Eliza Thornbury and the Wild Thornberries, when she's going through the magic and all this stuff. They're going through their Eliza Thornbury stages when they get their awakening. Alright, so I also have this book, 12 Doors to the Soul. I got from an idea this other reader had. She's really great, and that's just a great book. I can't not offer this to give my take on this sometimes as well. So we'll read that later, and it's all about, landed on a page about misunderstanding and Saturn and how that means most misunderstood planet. So again, this may look rough, the death. There is harmony promised and a positive fortune. They're home talking about things to their family and or maybe just on the phone, but they are conversing towards their security people, like that they know they're peeps, they're people. And the message will come around. So we also have the ship and home, more security, embarking on a journey regarding stability, home, and an anchor of all things, okay? The anchor, let's see. Anchor. With stability and security, I bring peace of mind. I push you to persevere, persevere, twins, and help you reach your goal. Watch out for negative cards. They might shackle and pull you down a hole. Positive cards out around that. So looks great. That's what we have, the positive outcome, I think. Okay, a little more on that. Anchor is in the original game instructions for the cards, which became the Lenormand pattern. This is the most important sheet of the whole game, in so far as the one who comes to stay on the picture of hope has won the game and draws the whole cash box or deposit. The anchor is in the traditional symbol of hope, faith, and comes before death, the cross. The anchor offers stability and security, being confident in your hard work will pay off in the long term. The anchor in the reverie is adorned with 2 fish, symbolizing abundance and wealth in the Lenormand. This is card of assurance. You are protected in times of need. Protection card and protection card along with harmony card. Now's a good time to pull one for that. Here, how about this? Different. The past life. Is this the past life deck? Yeah. So we're protected, and Spirit's probably going to tell us why, the nature of that. Alright. We got Asias and phobias. Let me just sit with this real quick. And I'm Asian, so like this is maybe personal, but okay. So do you remember the daughters of man, those that mixed with sons of God? And that's what I get with this. This is who we are. We have past lives, past connections, past. Okay, how about Greek? How about what is it? Greek god times. You know, where they had to go out and battle and they came back. We are the divine feminine. We are twin flames. We are both. Not just us, as in females, but both of us, as in that's the nature of this. Is past life, big time major shit. Bigger than just soulmate karmic past lives. These are the one. And phobias, so this is clarifying this protected and this secure, stable, figuring out he's going towards. He's figuring out that he's also some deep bond. I already think they know, and maybe not the words twin flame, but they know way more. And they're dealing with their phobias because of that, and they may be super aware that it was brought on by you and together in God, and that's why they have these phobias, not only of themselves and being perfect and not messing it up, but also of themselves, scared of themselves because of what they've become and what they've been conditioned to. They're really reconditioning themselves to become this guy that we have seen, this comfortable, more approachable, not King of Swords, Emperor guy, but this is still man, like grandpa almost of the house, which is the real man in the house. Again, currently he's in the field of dreams, so really being led by spirit with the third party. It's not another female. Oh, perfect time to explain this. Rehab card. That's where I think he's at. This whole house stuff going on, going retreat. It's like rehab. They're really trying to reconfigure their wiring of their mind, especially if they have been wired to become a survivor, an alpha, like maybe even a toxic individual. They admittedly are the first ones to tell you that they want to heal from that, and even if it's not verbally directly, their silence, their presence not being there, their ghostness is telling you. Okay, here's a perfect time to tell you some of these cards that I had found. Let's take a look at that. Well, I still want you to understand this reading, so let's finish that out. So real quick, what he's working on, really, a leaf blower. So this bottom row was what we can expect to happen, what is like to come for both of us. Now here we have the gift card, and this isn't the first time that Divine Masculine has been getting this in regards to Divine Feminine. This is literally getting a gift, also kind of like coming back. And in regards to I asked for clarification, what are we going to get? And this is, first we had forgiveness. So what is this gift even about? I was asking Spirit to see if I can get an answer on that, and that's forgiveness. So there, and new love. So there's a huge chance, if we play our cards right, no pun intended, that if we just trust, and really we get what we believe, that this is actually what's happening. I mean, what are the odds of all my readings being the way they are, like, if this isn't to be expected, okay? And in the to be expected row, we have a message, all right? A message along with the mice card, and this is something that nibbles away at something little by little, slowly, but it destroys something. And this is like kind of their ego and their intuition, something nagging at them. They can't stop thinking about it, okay? So they're going to try and ask for forgiveness, and even this card may be looked at negatively, but because the fox is so sneaky looking back at its things. But you know what? I got 100% that he's being nagged. He's finally giving in, going home, retreating, finding a way to have a solid understanding and possible foundation for harmony with you, coming back and giving you a gift, asking for forgiveness. And that gift could be even just his truth, opening up. This fox is so sneaky that he may have even told you something mean to get you away long enough to do this, okay? See how sneaky that is? That's so foxy, outfoxing the fox type of foxing. That, and I myself refer to myself as a fox, so, and my twin does too, so it's very interesting. And I'll share this with you guys. That phrase, outfoxing himself, was from him, outfoxing the fox. Outfoxing himself. He told me himself when it was the beginning of departure again. Separation was hard, but like a band-aid. And even that in itself, someone to take a while to rip that band-aid off can tell you how hard it was, or just not easy for them to have done that. So sneaky you couldn't even tell that this was all for coming back, possibly. And this moon card also is talking about love, intuition, controlling the water, from way up there and from afar, so this is what's happening and what will be soon uncovered that we don't know. Perfect time to, I think this is what's coming, or what's happening that we don't know. Because this is an old pile. And it just fits, okay? So it's clear the path. Divine Masculine is home, retreating, like we've said in this whole reading, to clear the path. This is interesting. It's not personal. So, and it's number 25. And it's a 7. It's a spiritual thing. Okay? And also look at this. Let the bird fly. If it's yours, it'll come back. You don't need to shield your love. Or perhaps now there is a shield on your love, and you just need to express yourself feminine through your creativity now, and let that bird fly back. Boomerang, take your time. See, like how there's no more dirt or sand in that time thingy. You know what I mean? This thing, it's us. It's completely us. Just hold that space. Literally, hold that. Because there is no more time anymore. It's going to happen. Quick watch. So be flexible. Give yourself self-love. Work on the things you need. Don't bend yourself over backwards for trying to worry about this, because this is not the time for worrying. This is the time for faith. And the doors are open to your souls, okay? So time for crayons. Yeah, time for being yourself, being expressive of your inner child, giving that, feeding that. And you can't really do that when you have a boyfriend, or especially a twin flame. It's like you're focused totally on them, and it would just go haywire if we do this out of order. Next, claim your boundaries. Here we go. This is what Divine Masculine did, and whoever ended this or ghosted or put the separation, they didn't want to either, but this is what Spirit led them to do. Claim your boundaries. And maybe perhaps Divine Feminine, it wasn't you because it had to be him, because he needs to see you as the one that was the one there for him, So claiming your boundaries now, though, is that you're still not trying to persuade him or convince him. You, even in your silence, that will tell him so much, because his silence will bounce back on him, especially if you were just completely happy being yourself still, letting go. See, not having it a hard time letting go. See, everyone has, see that little dotted line through him? It's your path. You know those paths will reconvene in the future. Message, ringer. Okay, so, okay, literally ringing. Um, One second. All right. So yeah, those boundaries for feminine could be also, stopping worrying, stopping seeing this perspective of divine masculine in a fucked up, pardon my French, skewed up version of him, and start believing that this man is doing his uh, sole responsibility as well as to you. So kick back, chill out. He's in the dragon's lair. In the past, oh, this is from way before, like months ago. The last time I've seen these cards, yeah. Dragon's Lair. He's big business in the Dragon's Lair. He's going in there as a knight, or he's going in there maybe as a person, as a hermit, going scared into whatever cave he could have found. But guess what cave he ran into? He found himself in the soul, So he's going to be in there for maybe not long, but be flexible, okay? Just hold faith. You have a lot of time. However long it takes is a lot of time for you to have for yourself. Enjoy that. If you're tired, divine feminine, aren't you? We're all tired. So it's tired of having it through our own power and not through faith and trust. Now it's just, going to be a party now. But wide open. Your heart is wide open still, and also wide open to what the future holds, what God wants you to learn, who to learn from. I wouldn't suggest merging energies, not at this time, at least, unless you're extremely divinely guided to, but we'll see how that goes. Let me know. But yeah, through the storm fields, this is kind of not the time anyway. If all of our twins get united within a year or less, just remember, like, that's not that long. You've seen how fast this last year passed. Use this time for you. Work out, eat right, do the things you want to do. Align yourself with your higher self and your inner child. Go back and, wow, rescue her. It's exactly reach your spirituality. In other words, where you're okay with yourself and your silly self too, and all of that. We have a few more, and just a little time before it gets too long of a reading, to go through some more of these. So real quick, through the struggle, find ways to, divine feminine, to even you masculine, to express and validate your feelings, but also understand that everything is as it should be, and will work as is for you and your union. Because right before the flame is a spark, a twin flame, right? Sometimes you have to keep trying that. So just know that this is a process. It's like, it was premature when you guys were in physical contact. And this is just a time, like, incubation period. And then you'll be fine later. So during this time of incubation is where people go within and learn about the goblins, demons, the shadow work. Okay? The details. The details about what you need to do, who you are, your patterns in love and in life, your intentions. Okay? You both opened up just enough. And if you've experienced more than one twin, each one has opened up enough to show you I'll give you a connection clue hint to the next. And you only find that out until you go far enough. And in order to go far enough, you have to go through this dry desert wasteland and believe in some form of faith. And that's your journey, that's incredibly strong if you're here. And if you're this far, please drop a comment. And it was 40:41 on the clock. All right, and a 41 card next. So you guys, who is it? Say something. Just let me know you're here. I know I'm not alone. So, unexpected visitors card is next. 41. This person looks like, oh, not another twin, right? But I've even said, I don't think we're meeting soulmates anymore. Those twins that have experienced, if you want to call it catalyst twin, I'm not sure. I'll have to fully explain it to myself, or I've been actually thinking of having a friend wear head cam because I'm talking so much about this stuff, not on camera, but maybe I can have that in a natural occurrence, natural state. Make a little twin flame movie about that. So, this unexpected visitor could be one that you thought was one before. Also, for some of you, I'm getting, that's where it's gonna get a little tricky for you. But I feel also that that the last one, a lot of people will make you think one way or another about it, but that's the unexpected part of it. Everything about what I just said could be an unexpected view on it, but who's to say it only has to be one way or one aspect of yourself? And I don't think that's for everyone, because then that shit would be crazy haywire. But either way, something is gonna come in that is gonna surprise you. Something you thought was gone, yeah, and that's in the rabbit hole. And it could be while you were so focused on another little rabbit that you opened up something. Okay, I'm thinking of those Russian dolls. All right, so and the porridge, like third time's the charm. All right, new beginnings coming in. It could be the new beginning in your already committed relationship, or your understanding of your twin flame relationship could be researching in the divine masculine. Like what you experienced, now they're experiencing it. Like signs and enchantment and feeling like you've just met a freaking unicorn. And of course, following your heart. That's the biggest thing. And divine masculine, everybody can tell something's up with you. And even if you retreat into nature like you are, we can tell. And it's basically because you're focused. You're very much focused on your inner self, on healing, being better. But you have to accept that divine feminine also accepts you for yourself. You need to do that and understand that you're in abundance. And a lot of you guys are very, very, very silly, and that's okay. Open your heart up. Open up. And so is your twin. You have a peace offering here too. Body care and stay focused. So feminine and both, please stay focused on yourself. Remember that the silence and letting him have his silence is a peace offering in itself. And trust me, they know, they will feel it. But they will also feel your pain through it, and they will feel really bad for it. So maybe that's why the flowers are coming in. That was all the cards I had for you guys today. Let me see what our angels have to leave us with. And you guys, so yeah, the last 10%, remember, is really the hardest part. You have forgiveness coming in. Spark before the flame, remember? It's sparking right now. I just looked at 444 on the clock. Rebirth. Things have to die. Things have to be cut to be new. Otherwise, it would have been stale. And, the rehab card is here too. Sorry, I'm going to make this a card now, though. This came out of, I don't know where in the pile. Maybe from a clothing brand thing. Alright. Angels. Is there any messages from angels? Gabriel, Michael, Uriel. Go now. Yeah, so this is a time where I think they literally felt this. Go now, and they did. They broke off things. Oh, see, choose peace. See, where they gave you the opportunity, feminine, to choose peace and not be like, thanks for telling me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You already know this is not just 3D. This is super spiritual. You can see past this, especially if you've seen it before, like the porridge thing. Third time's a charm, Goldilocks. Okay, so let them go now. Choose peace. Show unconditional love. Right? And nurture yourself. Nurture yourself right now. Now's the time for you, and now's the time for him to be about him, you to be about you. Any romance expectations, anything coming in romance, any messages from our romance cards. Okay. Trust and reconciliation. That's beautiful. So trust that there will be reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning into your life. They're getting the messages go now, I guess. So choose peace as in trust. Nurture yourself. It's time to disconnect from the world. Divine Feminine, don't take it out on your masculine and want to start dating. I feel like literally, even the ones that have done that before, they don't even want to do that anymore. Heart-to-heart conversations, because when he comes back, he's going to be a new person. And you're going to see that. You're going to see in a huge way that this person has changed and you have changed. You're going to also be choosing peace and nurture yourself. And understanding that this retreat is just another part of acceptance. A time for acceptance phase. Let's just call that. Retreat is the acceptance phase. They got to go through that. If they were just with you and they weren't accepting yourself, then they wouldn't be a twin. Because you wouldn't have sparked their, boom, isolation. You wouldn't have sparked their inner growth. Their care, dudes. Their care. They're going into rehab, especially if they feel like they're a shitty person or a toxic individual. They want to go home and get some wisdom. Wow, wisdom card. Alright? So let them, don't influence that, because you really want, freedom of will, just like God. He wants us to, or they want us to. Hey guys, sorry it cut out there. But like I was saying, just like with your God or gods, you are allotted free will. You are given free will to be able to decide if you want to stand by that or not. And in turn, that God receives full faith in you, trust in that you're there, not because you're scared or need to be there, but because you want to be. And that creates harmony. So I hope you guys like this reading. I want to end off with leaving you guys with some cool tunes. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Peace, guys.
I can't get these memories out of my mind, and some kind of madness it started to evolve. I tried so hard to let you go, but some kind of madness is swallowing me whole. Yeah, I have finally seen the light, and I have finally realized what you mean. And now I need to know, is this real love, or is it just madness keeping us afloat? And when I look back at all the crazy fights we had, it's like some kind of madness was taking control. Yeah. Now I have finally seen the light.